Alrighty, folks. Hunter Day here with Camp Raven Knob. Hope you are doing well today and excited for your trip to CRK for the summer of 2023. We just want to take a few minutes to go over with you the age recommendations and how that works with the registration system, understanding that there could be some complications there as you work through. And we want to make this as positive experience as possible, both through the registration system and as well as your scouts at camp. Biggest thing that I want to hit on is the reason why we have age recommendations and why the system won't allow you to add scouts to a merit badge or a session that has an age restriction. The reason is we feel that it is best for the scout to either be physically prepared or mentally prepared for certain merit badges, and when they aren't always prepared for that, it can create a negative experience for them at camp, both for them and the class around them. And so we just want to make sure we've got the best environment as a whole going around. Looking at the physical attributes when it comes to shooting sports, being able to pull the bow back, manage a shotgun or lift a rifle. Those are things that are kind of important in ensuring that the scout has a positive experience being able to do that. And then, well, as some of the Eagle required merit badges, your citizenship in the nations, communications, places where you're going to be sitting in a classroom most of that session. And we want to make sure that our scouts are to the point where they can sit in that class, absorb what they need to, and move on appropriately. Also need to understand that we have some high adventure programs that those recommendations are hard, or requirements are a hard age limit. So you must be at least 13, 14 years old to attend those. When we're looking at some of these other sessions, it is not an absolute requirement for a scout to be 13 or 14 to attend those sessions, but we like for them to have the conversation with parents and leadership to know that it's going to work, and then you come back through us. So just want to walk you through this to make sure that we're all on the same page. Um, as you can see here, we're on the Camp Raven Knob website, and we're going to head on over to leaders guides and forms, so that way we can see where these recommendations are written. In the leaders guide, which I have pulled up right here, you can scroll on down through here and see where it talks about age recommendations. I'm just going to plug this in um, so that way we can find it quicker. Under confirmation and changes, age recommendations program will not allow scouts to register if they are under that age in the Tenaroo system. Um, what we're saying here is that you can reach out to us directly, either by phone call or email, to get a scout plugged in from the backside to a certain session that may have an age recommendation. So it talks about it in here a few times just to make sure that we're all on the same page. All right, under session offerings. If you go back over here, click on your program guide, which I have pulled up, it's going to walk you through as well some recommendations for you. Now, we have outlined recommendations for kind of all scouts, recommendations for second year scouts, and then recommendation for 15 years old. BSA lifeguard, one of those things where you've got to be 15 years old based off of the BSA requirement and um, the American Red Cross certification that you get along the way. This second year requirement, that's just a suggestion. It's not anything that's going to prevent you in the system from a scout from registering for one of these sessions. A first year scout registered for a second year class. Anywhere where it says there's an age, that's where you're going to run into an issue. Just rolling on down through here. You can see here metalwork and advanced metalwork. There's a recommended age of 13. The system will not allow you to register that scout at age 13. Okay. Again, I just want to give you another example. Looking at nature, environmental science is another session that it's a 2 hour session, goes into quite a bit of detail and understanding of what all goes on. And so we want to make sure that we've got scouts in that session that are age appropriate. Again, a first year scout can take this, but you're going to need to reach out to us directly to be able to register for it. When you're in Tenaroo, looking at these things, it's when you try to add a kid that's 12 years old, because we've got their ages in there, it's going to pop up and say this scout is not old enough. It will not let you add it to the cart, add it to the session list. What you need to do is shoot us an email. You can do this before March 15th to be prepared, and we can go ahead and add those scouts in. Um, you can send us an email to registration@ravenknob.com, and we will get them plugged in as quick as you get that over to us. We're usually pretty adamant on getting that done because we don't want there to be any holdups for you along the way. Um, or you can give us a call on March 15th or shoot us an email thereafter. So, whatever works for you, we're happy to help. I do want to touch on the fact about our high adventure programs. These all have age restrictions. The ATV experience is 14 years old. That's based off of North Carolina law, and the BSA program starts at 14. And when you're in the registration system, again, we mentioned this during our first webinar, there is a 2 sessions for each round of ATV experience. And when you get in there, there's a place to register if you're 14 through 15, and there's a place to register if you're 16 through 17. Reason is that North Carolina state law dictates that um, anyone under the age of 16, the largest CC bike they can ride is a 90cc. So our 14-year-olds will be riding 90s, and our 14, 15-year-olds will be riding 90s. Our 16, 17-year-olds will be riding 200, 250cc ATVs. Climbing experience, 14 years old. It is a very demanding merit badge, goes off-site to climb, and a whole lot of knowledge and understanding on the knots and how to rig a tower. So 14 years old there. Cripple Creek, 13. So not necessarily, um, a governance there, but we want to make sure that our scouts are having a good time because it's requiring them to wake up early, cook some of their own meals, work with hot iron, all that kind of stuff. So we need those scouts to be at least 13 years old. Disc golf experience, 13 as well. We can work with this one as this is an alternative session that we offer at Raven Knob. So if you have scouts that are under the age of 13, we will welcome them. Just need to reach out. Mountain biking is a great high adventure opportunity, but it takes a lot of strength and will to get through the week. Again, another offsite that's going to do an over 20-mile ride up on the New River Trail. And Rampage, that's a hard set at 14 years old. Okay, so we just want to make sure we go over this with you and understand it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out at your convenience. You can reach myself at hunter.day@ravenknob.com, or you can reach us at registration@ravenknob.com. So thanks for joining us here, and we're going to keep doing a couple of these little videos to help you along the way. And again, if you need anything at all, feel free to reach out, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.